Do you know the difference between pets, service animals, and emotional support animals and how they affect you as a landlord in your rental property? Today in this video, we're going to explain to you the differences and the definitions of each of these animal types and how they affect you as a landlord. If you want information and great landlord tips that can affect you and help you as you manage your rental property, then subscribe to our channel. And if you hit the bell, you'll be notified every Wednesday when we post a new video. So a large majority of renters have a pet or some sort of animal. But do you know which ones you can deny and which kinds of animals you can't deny and why? My name is Sue Ritchie. Along with my husband, Craig, we own the company Ritchie Property Management. We're a residential property management company in Northern Virginia. We manage over 300 properties and we see a lot of pets come through our properties. So it's important that you understand the differences between these types of animals. So recently, Craig did a talk about emotional support animals, service animals, and pets to a group of realtors. And so we want to share that with you today. So let's get to Craig's talk.
I'm Craig Ritchie from Ritchie Property Management. Today we're talking about pets, service animals, and emotional support animals. Important information for you to know if you are a landlord or an agent for a homeowner who's renting their home. It's good stuff. Anybody in our industry definitely needs to know it, but good stuff to keep yourself out of trouble by making sure that you don't ask the wrong questions or do the wrong things. So, a few definitions here. A pet, you all understand what a pet is, an animal that we have to keep us happy. A service animal, you'll probably understand too, but the important thing about it is that a service animal is trained to do a specific function. So the animal is certified to have certain training and to have passed these tests that it can perform this function. We're familiar with the seeing eye dog. That's probably the most common and the best example of a service animal. The third category, which is really the newer one, is about emotional support animals. An emotional support animal has no special training and is not limited to any special type of animals. It can be any type of animal. What's special about it is that it provides for the emotional support, stability, security of the person who owns it. So what's certified is the need of the person, that essentially they have a disability and this animal provides for that disability. There are a lot of very valid and good purposes for them. PTSD is probably the strongest one in our current environment, most common use and best purpose for it, because they do provide a lot of calming influence, and a lot of these animals can learn to sense when excessive stress is coming on or other issues, and they can help people deal with all these things. So there is a very valid need for it. The important thing to remember, besides the fact that the animal is not certified, is that this is a disability-based need. So you have to treat this emotional support animal like a tool or something that a disabled person would have in your home. So if you had somebody come into your home who wanted to rent it and needed a wheelchair, you wouldn't say you can't bring the wheelchair in. And similarly, if they have an emotional support cat or dog or bird, you can't say that they can't bring that animal in either. I've heard of people laying it back on the association, condo association, homeowners, whatever, saying we have a no pet policy. Can't do that either, because they can get an exception to the rules with the association the same way they can for you and your no pet policy, because this is a need based on their disability. There are a very few situations where you can deny the use of a property to somebody with this need, but it's very tricky. So I highly recommend you don't do that unless you have a very strong reason to do so. So if the request presents some sort of danger or risk to the landlord or to the neighbors and the surrounding environment, then there's a reason for denial. But it would be hard to say that most animals prevent a big enough risk to deny them. So if you're thinking of denying somebody, definitely contact an attorney, because you don't want to step the wrong way on that. The other important thing about emotional support animals is that you can't ask a lot of questions about the need. You can ask for documentation of it if you do it correctly, but you can't ask the details about why they need it. You simply ask for documentation of the need itself. So it's a complex topic. I can't cover all of it here, and it's definitely situational. So what we recommend is to call us if you have questions about it. If you give us a super complex case, we're probably going to give you an attorney's name because that's the way that we protect ourselves, and you should do the same to protect yourselves. But we're happy to talk to you about it more, and I look forward to helping you with other issues in property management too. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Craig Ritchie at Ritchie Property Management. See you soon.
So I hope Craig's discussion about these animals was clear, and I hope that you learned something and can take something away from this and apply it to your rental property. We've also put in the notes below a link to a pet screening company that might help you in the future if you need to do a background check on a pet that you might put into your property. So if you like this video and you found it helpful, please share it with other landlords that you know who could benefit from this information, and give us a thumbs up too, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us as we put out more and more content that helps you become a successful landlord. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.